Hi, all. Just had this desire, this pull to give my own personal energy update. I know there's light workers, spiritual teachers, they have their own way of doing it. I personally kind of stopped watching all that stuff. I kind of don't like it when, they have their own way of doing it and they feel like they only share when they're at their, like when they're feeling great. And I started this diary from the very beginning. You can see my first video. My first video was when I was feeling really crappy. To show the full back of it and connect with those who are going through the same thing. So the energy past 2 weeks has been quite intense. I know we went through like the Lionsgate portal and briefly kind of things felt better. And then there were certain events in my life, physically and health-wise. And I thought I was feeling this way because of those events. But then things were finishing up and I was feeling like, well, this energy release just doesn't feel the same as it normally would because of the health stuff, or this feels deeper. It felt like the energy releases now. It's like they're like going deeper into my chest and deeper into my core to release more. A lot of headache, like head throbbing. It's like it's happening right now. So it's kind of hard to focus even sometimes. It's hard to just do the basics. Like I have to like constantly redirect myself. What am I doing? Focus, focus. Because I still got a lot of stuff to do for work and, 3D stuff, which just makes it much harder. One symptom I noticed is severe dehydration. I feel like my muscles are like completely dehydrated, and I am hydrating. I'm juicing. I always have water with me. It's a constant. I've always had this. So I just feel like it just has to do with the energies. And I'm seeing, Christ consciousness frequency even more frequently now, which is the 333, the more threes. Nausea, difficulty eating. Like I am still eating and I am still eating. Like I know there's like a whole debate about whether to eat meat or dairy or not. I say if you want to eat it, eat it. I eat a little bit, it grounds. Like some days it's like I look for it. This whole thing of morality that eating meat is wrong is going to keep you in spiritual ego. There is no such thing as wrong or right. Well, obviously, I mean, if you kill somebody or if you steal, I mean, obviously that's going to lower your frequency like to the bottom. I'm just talking about it's not the same thing as eating meat or dairy. It's completely different things. So if in small amounts, like from the work that we are doing, the light worker, the spiritual people, if you're purging a lot of karma, it brings shit up. Like it's like on a dusty road, a car drives by and all the dust just goes shoo. But at some point that dust got to settle. You can't possibly like just remove all of it in one swing. And so everything kind of needs to ground a little bit because otherwise it's just unbearable. Like it's, little by little, yeah, you'll reduce. I think it's better if it's gradual. So And I'm eating a little bit of that, but overall, just I'm seeing 3-3 again. Um, overall, appetite and like I know I'm hungry, but just like I don't want to eat anything, but I do want to eat. It's like that kind of state. It's kind of miserable right now. A lot of emotions are coming up. All sorts of emotions, old stuff that I didn't even realize. And it's like, oh, I never even thought about it. Like one thing that's come up. So like 13 years ago, I ended this serious relationship, and coming back to New York past 2 years, I've been living with like a fear of running into these people that I was part of. And I keep playing out these scenarios in my mind, and I'm like, okay, how do I get rid of it? Because it's like I'm obsessing. And then a realization the other day occurred to me. It's like, I perceived that whole relationship as it was trauma to me. It was traumatic. That's why like certain scenarios keep coming up. And I didn't realize that it was actually traumatic to me, like going through that, even though like I wasn't physically abused. Um, on the surface to everybody, people thought I was crazy to leave that relationship. In our culture, like that was a perfect relationship. I had a maid kind of situation. I was fully financially taken care of. I had an American Express card. All I had to do was comply with everything. Which at 23, I decided I cannot. So, that kind of just popped in my head. It never occurred to me that I'm still like that was actually traumatic for me, that whole experience. And I've been living with it for 13 years. Like I thought like, you know, my experience with my parents, that's trauma. I didn't think that this relationship like was additional trauma. So that was like a kind of a helpful perspective to um to look at it. Sorry, my head is just like, that's why I just felt like sharing this. It's like for, I don't know, whatever your perception of the light workers or everything, I don't know. It's not peaceful. It's not love and light. This is what it looks like all the time. Like not all the time, but often. Um, it kind of makes sense with everything that's going on in the world right now. But the energies are very intense, right? Like they're coming out with the passports, Afghanistan, elections. It's a lot, and I'm feeling all of that. It's like I feel like I briefly watch the news just to see what's going on, and it's enough to kind of traumatize me. But then like I take on that energy, and then I work on releasing it. So it doesn't feel like I'm trying to move into be positive, live and light, everything is wonderful. It's actually taking on that dark, heavy, traumatic, awful energy and releasing it through me, and even like crying it out, what's happening with the world. And in my perception, I guess it's how, as a light worker, I am helping the world to release it. Because a lot of people, I think most people are just kind of in this state of like, uh, most people I feel like can't even process what's going on, like on the fuller scale. So I think that's why we're here. Like we're doing this work for them, like this heavy, 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 heavy energy that most people can't even like understand like how they are experiencing themselves. So yeah, this is not like a love and light experience. There are days, but a lot of it is kind of just this. It looks like this. This is what the year has been like. And it's kind of felt like sharing that, so people have the better understand our reality of what's going on. Yeah, we're not all la la la. We love, 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 love. Love hurts. Love really hurts. That's just me.